Lee here for another CoinSlot video. Thanks for tuning in. Now, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to, because I'm going to be on a very interesting journey. I'm going to be publicly sharing every week how much I'm making on alt currencies and cryptocurrency. It's going to be one of those journeys where you'll see my highs and also my lows. And I'm not afraid to show you guys. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but what I intend to show you is how I'm manually trading and where I'm investing in altcoins and also Bitcoin and some Ethereum as well. Down the track, I really want to show you guys how to use AI and machine learning so I can sit back and just let it do its thing and learn from its own mistakes. I just wanted to show you this first sort of slide from cointracking.info where I track all my cryptocurrencies across exchanges. You can see here total coin value by exchange. Total account value by exchange is almost identical. And that's because I'm sitting around about even on my investment. We did come out of the bloodbath. Those that aren't aware of what the bloodbath was, a number of factors. The first one being a lot of the exchanges weren't accepting new accounts, so there wasn't money being injected. South Korea had basically had a lot of their Bitcoin exchanges and cryptocurrency exchanges offices raided for compliance. Government's going through and making sure that everyone's got the KYC put in place, so it's not being a ban. Everyone thought it was a ban, but it's not. And there's been various other things as well. We've got CoinSpot, which is where I'm holding a lot to the value of 15,000, and then Binance, which is around 20,000. Now, the reason I use multiple ones is because not all exchanges actually list the coin that I'm actually wanting to purchase. So I have to go and sign up to an exchange to actually go and buy that. Ether Delta is taking up a big chunk. I'll go into the numbers in a little bit. The reason why I'm holding a lot in Ether, especially in Ether Delta, is I'm reserving quite a lot, the tune of 18,000 or 15,000 I think it is, for ICOs. Initial coin offerings is my strategy going forward. I invested in early December in some ICOs and that has resulted in some great results. Now I was testing the waters to see what it was like because altcoins, I just wasn't really sure, but I had an inkling of what it would be like. With a lot of research, I'm going to be sharing the news of what ICOs I'm going to be investing in. Hopefully you can join me doing the research as well. Got any tips, drop them down in the comments. This here is the exchange. This is the value of the coin or altcoin. This is how many I have of this certain altcoin. And you can see here the value at transaction. So it cost me 1,029.63 Australian dollars, and now it's worth 1,058.92. So I have made a slight profit on that. All my trades I'm going to be showing you in AUD. So you can see here that I'm basically at a profit. It's not a huge amount. If I just refresh the page and we'll start again. As we scroll down, you can see that there's Big One, which is a new exchange for those that aren't aware. Today, I actually went out and exchanged some Bitcoin for some Dew at a value of 1,412, and that bought me in around about a $300 profit, which wasn't too bad. So I'm just going to sit on this because I believe with this exchange, it's a really nice UI, user experience, very easy to navigate, very easy to trade if you're a new trader. You can do so much on this exchange, and it's mainly got a Chinese audience as well. It actually translates from a Chinese page to an English page when you first land on it. Have a look at Dewey yourself. After doing your research, you might like to purchase some of that as well. Now, scrolling down, I've got Binance as the next exchange. This one's a very popular exchange for all my altcoins. They're just a really good team, and the actual UI is, again, I really enjoy. So you can see here, I've purchased some ADA. I've purchased some AppCoin as well. Now, AppCoin is a Google Play Store for Android apps. So people can go there and download them. And typically it's a cheaper rate than what you're getting in the Google Play Store. ELF, I've done a previous video on, so check that out. Some other ones, you've got Ethereum, which I've got hardly anything left. MySgo, Quantum, TNT, TRX, and ZEC. And overall, you can see I'm $3,000 down. Coming out of the bloodbath and where we saw a lot of red, I think by the end of this, I should be okay. Don't worry about coin tracking because cointracking.info, this is the payment for the unlimited account. Now this value will inflate over time as Bitcoin goes up or down, but I have included it in this portfolio because it is a cost. So my coin exchange balance. Now this one's very interesting. I got in really early, but I didn't put a huge amount in, like almost $25 Australian, but look at the return. It's 2,123, which is a huge return for just over 500,000 coins. Now I thought I had 15,000 coins, but when I went into the account, I realized that obviously I got that wrong and I've done quite well there. So the next one is CoinSpot, which is probably my favorite exchange. Just really easy to use, which I really love. Now I've put in 15,500 and you can see here that's nearly evened out. The main sort of trouble that I've come across is TRX and XRP. A lot of people sold these at the high point. I kept mine. I don't know why, but it was just a gut feeling. I wanted to keep my Tron, keep my XRP. You can see here the results of that. 4,890 it cost me, and look at where it's sitting now. It's almost half that. But what's made up for it is EOS and ZRX. You can see the profit there. There's Ether Delta, which is next. Ether Delta, you can see here I've got quite a lot of Ethereum sitting in here, around about 15,000, and that's reserved for a lot of ICOs. Kin is something I got into nice and early. You can see here it cost me 440 AUD. I did a video on it, so check it out if you're unsure what it is. Done a great return of 2,188. Price of Kin has dropped dramatically, so I see it as a really good time to get back into it. Gate.io, I've got DBC and NAS. There's about a $500 difference. I'm not too concerned about that because we're just coming out of the bloodbath. It's going to get better. I'm an optimist. HIT BTC. Again, I've got a lot of altcoins. I've got Bitcoin, which I had before. I've got Bitcoin Cash. You can see it's risen just a little bit. Dent, which is something I got in a little bit earlier at $52, and it's got a return of 174. DIM, Ethereum. Now SWFTC, I can't remember for the life of me what that is, but I bought 18,000 of them and it's tanked. Yeah, I'll look into that one as well. I've got some more TRX here as well, 10,000 of them. It cost me 891 and it is up because I bought it at the cheaper price. So that's sort of balancing out that $2,000 loss that we saw in CoinSpot. QBuy is the next one. You can see here I've got some Ethereum in there, 0.5. It's really leveling out after the bloodbath. I really want Ethereum to pump it over the next week. Okay, independent reserve balance. Now, I've used independent reserve as a backup to CoinSpot. The reason for that, there was a lot of problems with AUD deposits going in. Over the Christmas period, for about 2 weeks, we couldn't deposit any money. The only way I found around that was to use independent reserve, where I was able to transfer quite a significant amount across into AUD, but the fees were extremely high. I'm glad I used it, but if I was to use again, it's just the fees that I don't like. So you can see here, this is just a cash amount really left in here. OKEX, I've just bought some show to the tune of 30,000. After the bloodbath, it is coming up a little bit. The next one is Stocks Exchange, where I bought some Intense, ITNS. I bought it really early as well, same sort of time as XP. And you can see a massive growth there, over $1,000. Our total values, you can see here. Let me just refresh that. Okay, so you can see after 68,000 invested, I've got a return of 70,532. And that's after the bloodbath. I'm pretty happy with that considering where we are. I'm still in early, which is the good news. I started in 2018 sort of trading all this stuff. So it's going to take time for things to sort of sit at the correction level and then rise above it. Over time, I'm really wanting to see this grow, especially when I start using artificial intelligence and machine learning to trade on behalf of myself. So what did you think, guys? Do you think that was pretty good? Do you think the transparency sort of works for YouTube? Let me know in the comments if you think this was a bit of an insight, and if you've got any other comments on other altcoins that I should check out, write them in the comments as well. Or even better, you can actually join my new Telegram community. Now, the name is CoinSlot, where you'll see the links here and also down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.